What's up, guys? Your Uncle Luke is in the house. I was watching a reel, so I thought I might have been late. But guys, real quick, I have been doing nothing all week. I have not done any YouTube. I haven't been to the gym all week. I've been really under the weather. Today I feel pretty good, so I'm going to try to give you guys as much energy as I possibly can because you deserve it. But if I sound a little, weak, that's why. We're going to try to get you a good show, though. I got some good topics and some pretty good news today. We got Mr. Lithium's in the house. We got my guy, Ricky's Travel Hacking. Ricky is always booking some crazy stuff, always killing the game. We need to talk about meeting up. Oh, that's John with Mr. Forte. My guy, Rick Beck, OH, in the house. Ohio boys. Call me Lonnie. Haven't talked to Call Me Lonnie in a while. I know you're doing good, but we haven't spoken in a while. I kind of miss you. John, yeah, we're feeling better today. I think we're going to be back in the gym tomorrow and doing fun stuff. We got all kinds of stuff going on in Uncle Luke life. I do have a funny story before we start our What'd You Book? So listen, my anniversary is Patrick's Day, March 17th. Now, those of you that celebrate Patrick's Day, you know that there's oftentimes some confusion on when you're supposed to celebrate. Do you celebrate Patrick's Day on the weekend before, or are you a strictly stickler on the 17th? Now, me and my wife have always been strictly the 17th. I always think that the Saturday before, that's amateur hour. That's how you go out and you get in trouble and maybe you get in a fist fight or something. So we're always on 17th. So this year, I booked the Waldorf Astoria in Chicago for the 17th. And this whole time I'm thinking, man, we get to see that river dyed green. We get to do all the, cool Chi-Town stuff. Chicago is a super cool city. It's only a 50-minute flight for us, stuff like that. And then I didn't even think about it. The 17th is a Tuesday, I think. They dye the river green on Saturday and have the parades on Saturday and Sunday. So we're not going to be there for any of that. So your Uncle Luke makes those kind of mistakes. But you know what? We're still going to have a fun time in Chicago, go out and do the anniversary, and we're still going to go to the Irish pubs. And I'm hoping they still have something going on the 17th. Oh, Memphis Mike is down in Siesta Key. Man, Memphis Mike moves. Nobody moves like Mike. Yeah, call Lonnie. Let's get you on this show, man. Let's get you on here quick because I think we've got some fun stuff to talk about. I think we have similar enough styles and different enough to maybe have some conflicting opinions. That'd be fun. L-Man Gaming, Juan, thanks for stopping by, sir. John hit us with a 2-spot. He says, smack that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet. John is a very close friend of the channel. We love John here. If you haven't checked out his channel, absolutely do that. And my other guy, Mr. Jimmy Duff. What's up, man? Everyone, and Mr. Blue Chew, baby. Hey, I'm a big proponent of square your stuff away, handle your problems, and live the best life you can. And if that means getting in the description and getting one of those links to be a savage in the bedroom, just go do it. You have money. I know you guys have money because you have credit cards. That means you have money, right? And it's fairly private, delivered to your door, inexpensive. Check out the links, guys. If you'll thank yourselves, or your player too will thank you. John just got home from Pump and Iron. Yep. Jimmy says Patty's Day is always on the 17th. I never do the there's a thing though. I may, since we're going to be here this weekend, we may go do this this pub crawl that's down south of me in the town I grew up in. We might do that. I'm not sure. Sounds like it might be fun. I pay $100 to use my Southwest referral with Companion for a year with $3K minimum. Okay. $100 the annual fee. Cesar Joel, baby, says hit that like button. Definitely hit it. Chicago, you'll still, okay, so the river will still be green. Okay, awesome. That'll be fun. That'll be a a picture. Oh, and here's the crazy part. I did a little Google Maps scouting, and your uncle might get a little poorer while he's in Chicago because there's an Omega, a Cartier, and a Rolex right within walking distance of the Waldorf. So we might peruse those stores. Ah, Jimmy's in Cedar Key, Florida. All the guys in the Keys, baby. And Uncle Luke Lonnie, yeah, let's do an Uncle Luke Lonnie live stream. I think that might be a hit. That might be the biggest one yet. All right, let me fix this. Let me see here, guys. We have first off, guys, what'd you book? And the reason I always say this because I know we have new people every time. My favorite part of this show is to listen to what you guys have recently booked because listen, I stand on this 100%. This audience is the most prolific and the most experienced and expert points and miles audience on the internet. You guys book stuff that we're all super jealous of it. And also, this is the grown folks points and miles live stream. So you're allowed to brag and we're just going to be happy for you. I am. I love it when you guys book those crazy stuff. Supposed to be cold again. Yeah, Ricky, thanks for reminding me. JP booked Cathay Pacific Business. Of course he did. Redeeming JAL miles and got that from Bilt. Okay. Have to admit I was wrong about here, JP. I knew you were, but I also knew that you had enough JP knowledge that you would eventually see the light. Still don't have the cards, but the points are powerful. Here's the one thing I'll say about Bilt. If you really want to stay against Bilt than the Palladium card, you can probably find quite a bit of reasons not to get the Palladium card. However, the $95 Obsidian card, you can work that card as a 4X grocery, 3X travel card, and 2X catch-all. It's tough not to put that card in your pocket, man. And I also say this, if you're not using it to pay your mortgage, I got to question why not? I mean, even with my little tiny mortgages, I'm banking a little bit of points here and there. I don't understand why anybody gets that card and says, not going to worry about it. The Bilt Cash, in my experience in the last, how long have we had the card? 35 days, 36 days. Not very confusing, pretty easy to run. Oh, man, John booked Air France. Where are we going? Booked Air France business class, 50K. Where are you going, buddy? It's going in July. That's one of my favorite redemptions, man. The North America to Europe on 50 or 60K. And here's the crazy part. If you can, on Flying Blue, if you can find, let's like 60K from Boston to Paris, you can a lot of times add a segment to it. So you could do Boston to Paris to Scotland for the same 60K. Make sure you're looking out for that. JAL Biz, Haneda to Chicago, nonstop. Man, that's big league. American Airlines miles too. I like it. Daniel did Waldorf in New York. That's a big time property. Nice work, man. Booked 2 nights at the Waldorf in Versailles. Return tickets from Paris for my family of 5. Also booked 2 business class tickets to Japan on the new A350. Nice work, North Texas Farrier. That's big league stuff, man. Cesar stay at the London house. I like that. What are your thoughts on the Marriott Boundless card right now? We're not going to talk about the Boundless card, but we are going to talk about the new Marriott offers, and we'll get into that as soon as I go through these comments and get some of this what'd you book out of the way. If the Marriott Boundless is still giving that 5 free nights, I think if you're under 524, I think that's a great card to grab. It just is, especially if you want to go the Ritz-Carlton route, which I can't believe is still available. RPAR, just 3 round trip business class, Charlotte to Cancun. Everybody loves Cancun, man. Costa Mujeres, all inclusive of a Memorial Day. Okay, now you say nothing crazy, but man, 3 people, business class to Cancun. It's so tough for that not to be a great experience. Like you have to be against the odds to not have a great time doing that. What round of the points boost? I'm only on the second boost. Um, I changed my strategy up just a little bit. I was gonna just run the Palladium for $25,000 and run it as fast as I could. I changed it up, and I'll tell you what I'm actually doing. Um, I'm using the Strata Premier for uh, groceries and dining, and I'm using the custom cash for gas, which I don't buy gas. I have one of those electric joints, so it's not very much. But for everything else, it's Bilt Palladium, and I think if I handle it like that, I'll get um, a few more months out of that 25K. So slowing down just a little bit on the Bilt spending. Advinson booked Alaska Airlines first class LAX to Costa Rica, staying that's a new Waldorf, right? Wow, 5 nights in November, big time, dude. You guys booked the most big time stuff. Booked free flights and free hotel with points and a free cruise. Man, yeah, that's awesome. Hyatt Business, Tokyo, Chicago. There you go. Still haven't gotten my physical Bilt card. Yeah, they've had a lot of issues. Let me give you a hot take. Um, the and let me go ahead and make a bunch of people mad. Bilt and Cardless have had a ton of issues, but this is my opinion, and I'm sorry if you don't like it. The people who are making a really big deal of some of these missteps and some of these things, they're complainers. I mean, I have no. I'm not saying you're a complainer, but the people who are really going after Bilt, they're trash. They're this. They've done this. They've done that. They charge me an annual fee. Like, you complainers, stop it. Um, Now, not to say that that's what you're doing. You're giving us a data point. And I appreciate it. Ricky's thinking about rebooking the first leg of my round the world trip. Wow, man. Just keep it. Just keep it, Ricky. Carson's Ribs in Chicago. I'm gonna have to remember that. John's going to France. John, do me a favor, man. I haven't done this, but I want to do it. There's a Viator excursion from Paris to Normandy, and it's an all-day thing, but you get to see the beach. You get to do all that good stuff. Think about doing that, man. What an amazing evolution of human achievement that took place on that beach. And I couldn't imagine it not being emotional for anybody stepping foot anywhere near that place. Just a huge historical significance. Matt says Bill's been missing mortgage and rent payments. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Again, I'm gonna double down. Anybody complaining of that, you're a complainer. And this is why I say that. When I paid my mortgage with Bilt, I called my mortgage company and said, "Hey, I'm going to pay this mortgage in a different way. So if it doesn't go, I'm going to pay it again on the first or whatever." I let them know. I also paid it about 10 days in advance. So anybody who missed their payment, I don't feel sorry for you. I mean, not that might sound harsh, but it's who didn't think there might be hiccups with that. With everything they've messed up so far, who did not think there might be a hiccup the first 2 or 3 months? And I guarantee these people that missed their payments, I guarantee they were the first ones to shoot it over. It's just, I'm not saying they're not right to be angry. They are. But guys, who did not see this coming? LG, baby. I went with the Obsidian. It should be arrived today. Yeah, I think the Obsidian is an amazing card. Call me Lonnie. Hit us with a 2-spot. I'll hit you up for the. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get it scheduled. Let's get it on the books. When it's Thursdays at 7 Eastern. Lonnie booked Maui. Super good move. Vancouver and a cruise. Okay, cruise. I like that. Nano Particle hit us with a 5-spot. Can you give us an update on the Big Dad family vacation to Cancun? Yes, this is the update. I have 9 souls flying to Cancun on American Airlines. Mom and dad are in the front. Everybody else is in the back. 9 people on 4 rooms. And I don't know if I told you guys this, but they sent me an email. And basically, they told me the configuration in which I booked humans to rooms, they were going to charge me $800 cash because it's a double occupancy room, but 4-year-olds and under don't count. So this was a frustrating one. I told them, well, here's what we'll do. Just move this person to this room and move this person to that room. Now it's all regular double occupancy, no extra fees. They said, we can't do that. The only thing you can do is either call Hilton or cancel it and rebook it. Okay. I said, hey, I'm afraid if I cancel it and rebook it, the price might have changed and it might cost me more. They said, yeah, oh well. So I canceled it. I rebooked it. And the first night was 30,000 Hilton Honors points more. I had to go purchase Hilton Honors points. I had to do a bunch of stuff to make it right. And then my younger stepdaughter canceled and said she couldn't go. So now, but it seemed to be a blessing in disguise because somebody on the west coast of Mexico blew up a bunch of stuff and caused all kinds of havoc. So when I rebooked it the third time, the price had went back down. So as of right now, I have one cancellation. I have one family member asking to bring somebody that will cost me a bunch of money, which I'm just not interested in doing right now. But it's on American to Cancun, 6 nights at an all-inclusive and flying back, everybody on the same flights and flying back on Delta, mom and dad in the front. So I think it's going to be really good. I think the young kids is what's. Here's the thing. I've said it 100 times. The trip is not for me. It's not for. It's for my wife, so she can have all these people together at the same time and really give them something really cool. So I have a hard time finding how this is going to lose. So it's all booked. It's all good. What is it? It's March already. We only got 3 months. I'm feeling positive about it. Business class, Texas to Amsterdam. Love Amsterdam, man. Waldorf for 3 days. Okay, and then leave on a cruise. Holy smokes, man! And a choice hotel in Oslo. Man, that might be the coolest I've read about. That might be the coolest one I've heard about. That's awesome. Sleepy Rod says, you only hear about negative experiences so far. My Bilt's been great. Here's the thing. The only thing I can complain about Bilt is I can't understand how to use the $25 restaurant credit. I haven't been able to figure that out, but I don't really care either. Cards worked every time. I've earned 140,000 Bilt points in 45 days. So, and that's with Rakuten. So, John says one of his grandpappies was in the big one. Landed at Utah Beach. I'm spending a couple days in Normandy to see it all. Oh, man. Band of Brothers tour. Amazing stuff, dude. Amazing stuff. I went to a Bilt mobile dining restaurant to redeem $25. That's what I'm talking about. The restaurant hadn't set it up. I thought that might. I thought that might be the case. So Bilt sent you $25. Always seem to make things right when they mess up. Yeah, and here's the thing. We can sum this whole thing up as they are messing up. They're messing up a bunch. Okay, that sucks, but it's growing pains. Thanks for that data point, Travis. If you guys didn't see Travis last week on the show, go back on the channel and check that out. We're gonna have Travis on the channel again on the live stream again because one of those guys who gets it, one of those guys who does the stuff we do. Nick said he paid his mortgage about a week before its due date, no issues. Yeah, that's what I did too. I paid two different mortgages. It did take longer than I thought, but I made sure I paid him 10 days early, and I was also prepared to send the ACH if it didn't hit before the first. So anybody that didn't do that, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. We live differently. We have different risk assessments. Yeah, L-Man Gaming says Bilt pushes grandma down the stairs. Now, but here's the thing, though. What you really have. What did she do, though? So Bilt might not have been wrong. A lot of people don't have that type of humor. Yeah, Colt says go to Normandy, and John's going to, man. Jay Kelsey said they screwed up my mortgage payment to United Wholesale, and that's and here it was even further confusing because there was 2 different ways to pay it. I'm still not sure exactly how to set it up for auto payments, but like I said, guys, there's nobody should have. Sorry for the shaking. Nobody should have expected that to go off without a hitch. Nobody should have not foreseen the potential for some type of payment not getting there on time. I'm not saying that's cool. I'm not saying we should expect that from everybody, but this is a new thing. John, have no faith in the Bilt card and Cardless relationship long term. No, I don't either. Hope people aren't too far in bed with them after a year. A lot of people, the trend in YouTube in the last few months has been the opinion of, like Anthony Venture says, make hay while the sun's shining. And for me, I'm taking advantage of this Bilt Palladium card because it really is the best option for me right now while I'm gardening. And it at 3x everything I buy and the different perks and stuff. And the partners matter. So I don't have any faith in Bilt. I don't have any faith in Chase Bank, but I don't have any faith in Amex. But I would say agree with you that Cardless's performance has been pretty bad. But I've had a Cardless card before, so it's not really surprised. Yeah, Ricky, everybody's on the same flights. AA Platinum, you should be able to link reservations and get everyone else in MC. Yeah, we're not. Oh, I see. I don't have AA Platinum, so we're working on that. But they don't need it. Youngsters can sit in the back because it makes sitting in the front later on in life so much sweeter. Could be true that Bilt isn't long for this world, but got to make hay. Yeah, you're right, man. And if they go away after a year, I don't care. I don't. Jordan Rules for Credit. What's up, man, guys? If you haven't checked out Jordan's channel, do so. He's got a different perspective than the rest of us, and he's doing a lot of good stuff. Mr. Dong Kim, one of the best names in the game. Can we call you Big Dong? Thank you for showing up, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Nick, try to be good and not apply for any new cards for the next 6 months. I'm trying to, buddy. Trying to get in the city. And I'm the same way. I'm the same reason. Talk a little bit about that here in a few minutes. How I really don't want to apply for new cards, but that has never stopped me before. 5 nights in Turks at the South Banks. Yeah, that's awesome, man. You cannot go wrong a few nights down the Caribbean, guys. Lewis is doing Taipei and Maldives, big leaguer. Going to have to pay cash for the hotels, but flights are all booked. EVA, Singapore and Qatar. Man, that is big time. EC Rico, what's up, man? Nano Park will hit us with a 2 spot. Where and when is the next meetup? Can I attend? You can attend anything you want, man. There's. I just want to clarify that there is an annual creator meetup. It's not just for creators, it's for everybody in the community. And this year, Anthony Venture is hosting it Labor Day weekend in it's just outside Charleston, South Carolina. So check out Anthony Venture's YouTube page or his Discord for the details on that. I can't go to that one because of the little boy playing football, but that's the annual, I guess you would say, the main big meetup I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and put this joker on. Put this up here. I am going to host a smaller, more casual meetup in January of 2027 in Santiago, Chile. Details to come, but I want to say, let me check my calendar here for the actual dates. I want everybody to meet up. I think we're going to meet up the 13th and 14th. It's either the 13th or the 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's going to be really informal, really casual. Sunshine, it's summertime in Santiago in January. So leave North America, leave the snow, head down there. I don't expect a ton of people. So I really think we're going to be able to do this at an outdoor tavern or an outdoor bar during the day and have a bunch of food and a few drinks and talk shop. And we'll see how it evolves. I think that usually what happens with these things is somebody kind of takes the reins and schedules a couple excursions, schedules a couple, events. And even if there's 3 or 4 of us, I still think it's cool to post a location and a date and do a little small meetup. So those are two you can go to. And here's the thing, you don't even have to behave. You can act however you want. You can go down there partying. You can go down there square. Do your thing. Oh, Aunt F is from Saudi Arabia. What's up, man? Nice to have you on board today. Arpar set up auto draft and went through no problem. Okay, I did it the other way where you just kind of clicked it over, and it took 4 or 5 days, but it worked. John's making hay, baby. We were actually back on the plane to Doha when everything kicked off. Yikes. Flight ended up turning back. Had to cancel the whole Thailand trip. Man, I'm sorry. Pivoted to a 5-night stay at Zima Beach House. I'm sorry about that, man. That sucks. But it sounds like you're good enough at the game where you salvaged a really good trip. What do I think about the ink changes? Okay, listen. This is, I want everybody to listen up. And I don't want to sound, I'm just going to say it. This is what I want to say about the Chase ink changes, the YouTube game in general, and this whole thing. I want to say this, and I want to be super clear. I'm not being negative towards anybody. This is what I want you to know. If John Doe receives a letter from Chase saying he can't have an ink card, that does not mean it's a rule. That does not mean you're going to get the same letter. Now, Chase is obviously tightening things up. Chase is obviously making it harder to get bonuses and cards. But I'm telling you right now, just because there is a data point, or if there's 50 data points, it does not mean that's a rule. So the people that are running around stating that the Chase rules have changed, they don't know that. They're being irresponsible in reporting it as something that's a verified rule. And I say that as somebody who way over 524 got like 7 Chase cards in 5 months. We need to be super careful with how we report things because people trust us when we say these things. And I'm telling you right now, I believe everything people say, but they're reporting it in a context to where they're giving you definitive information that is just not so. So when you say the ink changes, we don't actually know what the ink changes are anymore. We do know that they don't want to give a bonus on more than one no annual fee ink card. But the fact that somebody got denied for the card altogether, that does not mean it's a rule. And I'll guarantee there's somebody's going to say, no. I just got both those cards. Because it was a couple of years ago. I know myself, Chad from Chad's Money Minutes, Sledge from Sledge Inc. team, we were all running those Chase cards. And we were all way over 524. And none of the rules seem to apply for that time. That's why I say they're not rules. I enjoy it while it lasts. Nothing ever lasts forever. Yeah, this game is a constant cat and mouse. It's a constant evolving things. And I'll even tell you more. Chase is changing the way they do business, apparently. Nothing is sustainable. I think that so many people are not getting bonuses or not getting as many potential bonuses. In my opinion, and these credit card issuers are changing the spend they issue rewards for. No taxes, no insurance, no this and that. I think no business spend. I think the trend in 2026 for the big gamers, the big leaguers, is going to be, I don't want to call it manufacturer spend, but is going to be creating legitimate spend to make up for these lack of bonuses. Take that how you want. And just a segue, I talk about things like that more so in members only videos. I talk about the next level of the game, things that don't belong on a public venue. Higher level techniques is what I like to call them. If you want to be a channel member, it's $2.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. You can join the membership, watch all the members' videos, and then cancel. Don't mind. Does not hurt my feelings. But if you want more talk about that, and the next thing we're going to incorporate into the membership is members only lives, which we're going to do really soon. So link in the description, guys. If If you want to support the channel, I try to bring some value. We don't do a video every single week for members, but I try to give you some value, and it is a really good way to support the channel and keep the channel going. Easy Rico. Whenever Bilt makes a mistake, they do right by giving me points. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on the new Marriott? We're going to talk about that. Let's move. Where are we at here? Okay. There's two announcements or two pieces of news with Marriott. Let's do the first one before we do the offers. Marriott is changing the way it does business with its free night certificates. What do you mean, Luke? You used to only be able to top up, I think, 15,000 points. So if you had a 50,000 free night certificate, you could only plus it up to like 65,000 points. That's changing soon. They're going to let you top up 25,000 points. So, for instance, you get this Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant, and it's got an 85,000 point cert. Now you're going to be able to redeem that for a $110,000 night with your own Marriott points. I think that's a good idea. I think that's big time. I don't think there should be a cap on it at all, but I think it'd be a lot easier to use these smaller free night certs if there was no cap. But 25,000 point cap top up makes it easier to use. So what about where we at here? I got a little screenshot here, guys. We're starting to get a little better at this technology stuff. So here's what we have, guys. The Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant, the middle card that no one likes, that no one cares what it's called, and the business Amex, the Amex Business Marriott card. I have had the Brilliant, and I've had the business version. And I actually had the business version so long ago, I thought I could apply for it again and maybe get offered the bonus, and got the pop up. They're not letting me. Amex is not giving me bonuses right now. So 200,000 Marriott points for this bonus. I've done a few videos on that card. I think it's a fine. I just canceled this card a few days ago, but I think it's a great card. I would do it if you're on the fence. 200,000 Marriott points, nice. The business card, I'm a big fan of that card. 5 50K certs. I just kind of browsed a couple different possible redemptions, and in Santiago, Chile, in January, you can get you have to top them up just a little bit, but you can get the W, which is on the fine hotels and resorts section of Amex. You can get like some Westins. You can get a lot of great properties with that 50K certificate. You're getting 5 of them. Shoot. Yeah, I would jump on either one. If you're a Marriott fan, I would jump on either one. The one in the middle, no comment. If you want the bonus, get it. The card's not very good, and I think everybody agrees. But oh man, but I think those are great. Those are great offers. I would jump on it if I was a Marriott person, or if I was just bonus hunting. All right, here we go. I must ask how many points for the Cancun 6 nights. It's 2 million, I think. Over either 2 million or just over 2 million. I booked 3 people for 2 nights, and that cost me 190,000. Yeah, it was I had to really play the game to get that 2 million. I had to buy Hilton Honors points. I had to run through the bonuses. I had to get no lifetime language offers. I had to really hump to get 2 million Hilton Honors points, but I'm hoping somebody appreciates it. I'm hoping it's a good time. Oh, Kevin Gwynn's going to Vietnam. Nice move, man. I really want to go there. Carlos Co. Hey, guys, we are doing questions for Carlos in a little bit. So if you can think of any questions to ask Carlos, that would be great. He's an aspiring young YouTuber. Can you explain the difference between U.S. military branches? Oh, you are. Yeah, without making anybody mad? Yeah, I can. So I'm a sailor. I was a sailor. Let's go in order. The United States Army is an army. They have infantry, they have missiles, tanks, helicopters, probably the most diverse and complete branch or fighting force. They can do everything. Now, if you're going to ask me my opinion, the biggest mission of the Army is to occupy space and do patrols. Then you have the United States Navy. The Navy has, pretty sure they have more jets than the Air Force. Tons of jets, tons of helicopters, tons of ships, tons of sailors. They have some other things. They have their spec ops, their SEALs, and small boats and stuff. But the U.S. Navy projects firepower from the sea and protects shipping lanes. And nobody has a Navy like us. Nobody. It's insane. Nobody has aircraft carriers like we do. So now you have the United States Marines, which the Marines, and you could challenge my opinion, but for the main mission of the Marines is to blow shit up. You set the Marines down on the beach and they destroy a city. And then the army comes in and occupies it. But the Marines are there with the worst equipment, but just the meanest, nastiest dudes that will, before you wake up in the morning, they will destroy your city. And they'll do a lot of funny stuff on top of it. Air Force has your big time bombers, your precision bombing, a ton of different transportation logistics type, giant planes. They have helicopters, and they eat the best and stay the cleanest. Very simplified kind of summary. Yep, we're doing questions for Carlos. How do y'all feel about Trey Hendrickson? Listen, man, I don't normally say, I'm always on the player side when it comes to this stuff. Trey Henderson was I would, as a fan, I don't want him on the team. As if I was in charge of that team, I would have traded him a long time ago. I don't think his talent is worth his headache. I think without getting into any curse words, he's a spoiled brat. He actually broke protocol and broke labor law by trying to renegotiate a extension that was less than 12 months old. He got a good extension and he wanted to renegotiate it right away. Can't do that. He's been a pain in the butt. I'm glad he's gone. And I don't think he's that good to begin with. California, baby. LG, if you have a Bilt card, can you use other cards to pay mortgages? Now, here's the thing. I could be wrong, but from what I understand, you can use other cards to pay rent. You have to have a Bilt card to pay your mortgage. And I think that had a lot more people complaining because they thought they could use any card they want for mortgages. I don't think that's the case. I think you have to have a Bilt card for mortgages. I think you can pay rent with other cards. Yeah, Sleepy Rod. Here's the thing, man. Now I've given my opinion on how some folks play that upgrade downgrade game, and I have to walk softly on this, but I don't think it's ethical. I don't think it's moral in some of the examples. I think that people that have been abusing that or using it for a long time, and well, cut that off. I think they're going to get banished from Amex. I think they're going to get shut down. Just my opinion. If you upgrade to a card and you're not holding that card for a year before you downgrade it again, or you're upgrading a card, executing all the credits and all the different benefits, and then downgrading it before you get charged anything, they're going to shut you down. That's immoral. That's unethical. That's not how any of us should be doing business. And I'm not taking the bank's side at all, but that is not how we should choose to play this game. That creates more strict rules and more eyes on us. So if people that are doing that get shut down, complain away, because I saw it coming a mile away. John got the Strata Elite. John, I'm going to do another hot take, man. Take away that bonus, and the Strata Elite's not anywhere near as good as the Strata Premier. And I'll give you another bonus hot take. I keep seeing these guys that have the Strata Elite and the Strata Premier. Why? Those are not complimentary cards at all. Brady Smith, man. Oh, good morning from Hong Kong. Man, this dude. Golly, Brady Smith is killing it. Staying the night at the Park Hyatt in Tokyo. Man, you just make me jealous, man. I'm going to leave you alone. Just join and chat, and I hear not appropriate for a public venue. Seems you've been watching me. Yeah. New again. Half the stuff you say is not appropriate, but we love you anyway. Civic, a few weeks away from a trip to Medellin. Nice, man. Nothing fancy. Man, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Can't wait to hear about Medellin. Applied for and was approved for the Bonvoy Business. 5 free nights earlier today. We did it for the P2 last year. 5 nights in Curacao. Curacao. Yeah. Awesome, man. You're doing it right. You're definitely doing it right. And chat, can we get the likes up? Let's go. Let's hit some like buttons, guys. And here's never mind. Hilton pesos. Nah, see, I'm still getting over a penny a point. I'm not getting a penny a point for this Cancun redemption. But yeah, I think Hilton points get a bad rap overall. But we play on different levels, I guess. Marriott business card F&C is only $35K. Okay. Now, are you sure? Let me see. Oh man, is that right? Each free night or has a redemption level up to 50,000 points. So I'm looking at the actual offer, and you're thinking of the free night it offers upon renewal is $35K. The bonus is 50,000 point nights, which makes it substantially better. Oh man, I think I got. Okay, new again. Are we confirming the Air Force has more jets than the Navy? I don't know. And I also want to say there's a chance when you include helicopters and other aviation models that the Army might have as much as the Air Force. I don't know. Oh, you are in the Air Force, aren't you? So I'm going to defer to you. I think you're in the Air Force. If that's true, I'll defer. I can be wrong. But I know at one point in time, the Navy had a lot of aircraft. Now the Navy has a lot less ships than they did, 20 years ago. Oh man, where are we at here? Good, Hilton pesos. Yeah, I think this bonus is 50K certs. Carlos, how many subscribers would you have? Will you be doing joke? Okay, we'll ask him when he gets here. I don't know where he is. He should be here soon. Can you get the Marriott business? And they gave me a pop-up for already having the card. So any data points on applying for the Altitude Connect with two? No, no, I don't know about that. U.S. Bank has some quirky rules, and I haven't applied for a U.S. Bank card in a long time. What do you think about the Hyatt or IHG card? If you've watched the channel, you should know I am super big on the IHG cards. I just did a video on the IHG cards. I think there's so much value in IHG's program and IHG's properties. And for me, I can tell you where that value has been the fact that low end, middle, and upper end have all been good. So the consistency, and here's the big value. The employees, in my opinion, are better trained and more skilled than any other brand that I've stayed at, top to bottom. I go to a Holiday Inn Express and I get treated good. I go to an Intercontinental, I get treated good. Can't say the same for everywhere else. Amex still handing out cards, just not to me. Received in the mail, Delta Reserve. Yeah, see, I'm gonna since I'm gardening, I do want to try to pick up some business cards sometime this year. We'll see how it goes. But I am canceling a lot of Amex credit cards lately, and I've got quite a few more to cancel. So we'll see what they think about me canceling 8 cards in 3 months. Vanessa the Finest. Another great live Luke talking about the all-inclusive in Curacao for my 40th. That's so awesome. Have you been to the? I've never been to Curacao. Never been there. It's on the list. I feel Amex especially already nerfed a lot of retention. Now, well, okay, so let me give you another hot take. I can tell you exactly why those retention offers are really no longer available. Look, you're on it now. It's because of YouTube. It used to be people were very clear that Amex was interested in giving you a retention offer your first renewal and then maybe every other year. Now, what did that turn into? That turned into dudes calling every 6 months, especially every year, We ruined it ourselves by being greedy and asking for too much. And I know that for a fact that they went ahead and did away with them because people were calling every 6 months on, and then people started calling for no annual fee cards. So we ruined it, man. We ruined it for ourselves. I don't get any retention offers anymore. None. You think Hyatt will be the go-to hotel partner for points enthusiasts after the deval? Yeah, here's the thing about Hyatt, and I think we all understand that they got a lot less valuable. Here's the question: do those Hyatt fanboys care? This is something we suffer from the points and miles game. Just using Hyatt as an example, not picking on them, but if I'm a Hyatt fanboy, for whatever reason, I'm going to defend them till I'm blue in the face. Just like if I hate Bilt, I'm going to dog them till I'm blue in the face. Even if I got the card, even if I'm spending on it, even if I'm using the card for all kinds, I'm still going to dog it because that's what team I'm on. So I'm not a Hyatt fanboy, but I've stayed at more Hyatts than any other hotel branch, I think. For me, Hyatt was never a primary because they didn't have enough properties. For me, Hyatt was always, hey, I'm going to a Bengals game and I'm staying overnight. Grab that Hyatt right next to the stadium. Indianapolis's basketball arena has a Hyatt place right across the street. One night, perfect. There's not enough properties with Hyatt, and I swear they're not in great location. For Lima, Peru, for example, perfect example for me to stay at Hyatt's for a few days. It's in a different city than the town center, the fun place, and that was the only Hyatt they had. So I think Hyatt further falls into a secondary position for a lot of people. Yeah, and CJ, that's the thing, and it would what I'm trying to explain that some people are doing might not be what you're doing. What I'm saying is it from what I understand, some people are explaining it like this. I get the platinum card in December. I utilize all the credits. Now that's a new year. Before the see, I'm confusing myself already. Let's say I get and I downgrade it that December. Some people are explaining it like they're getting an upgrade offer immediately. And what they're doing is they're upgrading it again in December using all the credits and benefits, new year, using all the credits and benefits, and then downgrading it back down, never really paying a full annual fee. If that's what people are doing, that's going to get shot up. That's going to get shut down. That's going to go away. If it's more of a case where I have the green card and after a year they offer me an upgrade to platinum and I take it and I keep the platinum card for a year, and after that year I downgrade it back to a green and they offer me another upgrade, that's a different story. That's not what everybody's saying they're doing, though. And we even have examples of on the Chase side. You know, I upgrade my Chase Sapphire Preferred to a Reserve. I utilize credits, and then a week later I downgrade it again. That's what some people are doing. Cesar says he loves his Strata Elite. Yes, the Strata Elite and Strata are complementary cards. The Strata Elite and the Strata Premier are not. But you got that. That's an awesome setup. That would be my setup if I was allowed. CJ Junkie, I'm sorry, man. Well, at least the Air Force probably had better housing. The hospitality in Asia has been unmatched. Saigon, Brent, the nicest hotel I've ever stayed at. Vietnam is okay. I'm going sometime. It's just so far for me, man. Fairwinds portal. I'm actually getting ready to cancel that Fairwinds card. The fee should hit any day now. I'm surrounded by Air Force bases. Where am I at? Texas? I don't know. Turkey? Air Force bases. Listen, let me tell you something about where the bases are. When I was a young man, I went to go to the Army. My main thing was my dad was airborne. I wanted to be airborne. I wanted to jump out of planes because I thought that was probably the scariest thing I could do. This is peacetime. This is mid 90s. But I also wanted to travel. And I asked the Army guy, hey, where can you send me? He goes, man, you can go to Germany or South Korea. And I said, man, that's two really, really cool places. I want to do that. Well, then I walked across the hallway because they had them all in the same building. I talked to the Navy guy. I never seen a ship before. I never knew anybody in the Navy. Didn't know anything at all. Couldn't even imagine what it would be like. I said, hey, man, where can you guys send me? He goes, shit, look at this map up here. Anywhere you want. And I was like, okay, sold. So, and then he said this, Army bases are in Kansas. Air Force bases are in North Dakota. Because you know where naval bases are? Jacksonville, Virginia Beach, San Diego. I said, okay, I'm sold. Easy one. New again was 82nd. All right. So, well, here's my question, New again. When you're talking about aircraft, regardless of classification, I think the Army has more aircraft than anyone because the Army is just so much bigger than everybody else. I mean, they let you in. It's the best app strategy to get both Chase and Amex. Okay, I'm not going to touch that one, man. I say pick one and run it through. Pick one, Amex or Chase, and run it all the way through because that chart gets confusing, and I don't think it's worth the brain power to figure that out. You get 20% off points buying with IHG Premier Card. So combine that with a 100% sale. Here's the deal, man. I don't get that 100% sale when other people get it anymore. I just don't. I get the 20% and I don't get anything else. And it's really been like that since I've had diamond status. I've not been able to get that 100% sale. Sean Thurston. That's a name. The name sounds familiar, man. From Michigan. Picked up the 75,000 Capital One points. I like it. Capital One Venture miles. Puts me at 350,000 total. What would I do with them? See, I don't answer questions like that. People get paid to help people out with that. I would say 350,000. Oh, man, if you want to go to Japan, go to Japan, 100%. With that many points, do anything you want because you can do the travel eraser and get 1 cent per point. I would. Here's what I'll say. Check out some YouTube channels. Check out some blogs like upgradedpoints.com, like draccredit.com. Get in the game, research it, and you got enough points and miles there to do some really fun stuff. Take your time. Don't book the first thing. Get seasoned. And when you're ready, book it, man. Just book it. Has to be San Antonio. Yeah, that sounds right. There we go. San Antonio is supposed to be a pretty cool place to live. Yeah, Ricky. Here's the thing about City, man. City will give you a retention offer every year. And it's usually small like that. I think I got, what did I get? Spend $1,000, get $100 off on the AA business card. So essentially waive the annual fee for spending $1,000. Brady did a Wyndham in Curacao. Great family-friendly property. 3-bedroom suite. So awesome. IHG in Lima. I didn't stay at IHG in Lima. I stayed at a Choice. I think it was a Radisson, but it was nice. One of my boys I deployed with is watching, and he's still on active duty, married with 3 kids, and wanting to get into the point. Recommend 3 cards. Here's the thing, man. If he doesn't have any cards, he's eligible. I would go with either do some research, but if he's going to get the annual fees waived, so I'm going to get the green card, and then the gold card, and then the platinum card. Easy money. Get him in that order so he can get the bonus on all of them, and get him slowly so he can get the bonuses on all 3. But green, gold, platinum, and then reassess. Yes, he'll end up with 300,000, 350,000 Amex MR points just by the bonuses with those. He won't pay any fees. It's a great way to start, man. Some people might have a different take on it, but if I'm starting out, Give me a $500,000 MR points in my cachet to start out with while I learn and not pay any fees. I'm good. I can figure out my strategy later. And tell him thanks for his service. Actually happened to me last year by accident. I didn't intend to manipulate, but I went from green to the gold, got the welcome bonus they offered, and they offered me the platinum right after. Well, here's the thing. If they offer it. So that's guys, we have Mr. Carlos in the house. Come over here, Carlos. If you guys have any, we're almost caught up with it. So questions for Carlos is right now. Here's Carlos, who's your favorite YouTube creator that you've met in person?
I don't know.
Stan the Credit Frog?
Sure.
He's been on a creator meetup, so he got to hang out with a bunch of creators. He likes Dugras too. So one of the guys asked if for your YouTube channel, what is it going to be about? You want to get close to this microphone, buddy, or hold it?
Video games.
He's a gamer, so he likes the games. Mr. Glenn Ardonia, my Filipino head of security, is in the chat. Guys, show some respect. New again, show some respect. Maybe render a salute. Sign-up bonus. You got a sign-up bonus? That must be nice. Which card to get my 18-year-old and include my income on there? No annual fee card that he doesn't ever have to cancel. Maybe cash back. Discover it, maybe. Jordan says he's not going to Chile unless you go. Carlos is not going. This is a solo dad trip. Okay, here you go, Carlos. How are the Bengals looking for next year?
Not good.
How's their offense look?
All right. Except for the offense. I mean, the offensive line.
Wait a minute. Maybe not. Hold on. Oh, boy. Carlos, are you excited for your DC trip?
Yes, very much.
What is it you want to do in DC? Do you have any idea?
Okay, so I want to see the Washington Memorial, the Lincoln. That's DC, right?
All right. Microphone should be working.
Okay. So I want to go to the Washington Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. I want to go to I want to go to the Ford Theater. There.
We're going to be right next to Ford's Theater. We're going to be at the Intercontinental Willard, so close to the White House.
So many.
Somebody likes your shirt. What is it? What's it say?
Savage.
Savage. Oh, boy. Here's a good question for you, Carlos. Are you taller than your dad?
Almost.
He's going to be quite a bit.
He's 5'9", I'm 4'11".
He's the biggest kid, the tallest kid on all his sports teams. So he'll be taller than his dad. Okay. Carlos, when will the Bills win a Super Bowl?
Probably
He's not
soon.
a big fan of the Bills.
Probably soon. Never mind.
Oh, boy. You're welcome, by the way, for LSU making Burrow good. They did.
His first year.
What's your favorite all-time car? Tesla?
Sure.
He doesn't care. All right, last one, guys. Last one. Are you excited or sad that Trey is a Raven?
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh. Like in the middle.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't that good, but he was good before. So.
I mean, we'll see how that works out. We'll see. He didn't play anyway, so. All right, sir. We appreciate you for your questions for Carlos this Thursday. We'll see you back next Thursday.
Okay.
You want to say goodbye to the guys?
Bye.
Oh, don't worry about it. Let me do what I'm doing. All right, guys. A couple other things. Oh, here we go. Speaking of Hyatt, we were talking about Hyatt just a little bit. The Hyatt Business Card now has an all-time high 80,000 Hyatt point offer for 10,000 and spend. And before before anybody says, "Oh, I hate it's too much spend. I hate it when the spend is too much." Stop it. We're majoring in the minors at that point. It's a business card. If you're not running money through on a business, probably not for you anyway. So and if you want to ask me my opinion on it, it's $200 annual fee at $199. I think it's worth running for a year. It's a business card. It won't affect your 524. I had it. I used it. I thought about keeping it. If you are interested in status with Hyatt, it has some spending benefits, and you can get that annual fee whittled down. I think you can get some paid offer credits. I think it's okay to take a run on it. 80K offer. Wow, 10K is easy if you're paying taxes. If paying taxes, your insurance, stuff like that. I think it's 3 months. I want to say it's 3 months, but let me go look. Let me look real quick. Three months. Yep, 3 months. I think that's fine. I think if that's too high for you, then just don't get the card. All right, I got a question for you. What time is it? Okay, so we're after 8 o'clock. So this is all bonus time. I have a question for everybody, and I want you to light up the comments. Light them up, guys. April 1st, rent day. What's going to be the big transfer bonus? What program are we going to get the opportunity to really light up with 100% or 125% bonus? Let's light them up, guys. We got 173 people in the live. Let's get 173 comments on who we think is going to be taking part in the rent day bonuses. I'm going to say I think it's going to be Virgin. I know that's a cop out because they have the most bonuses, but I think it'll be Virgin. Ha! Stan, what's up, man? I don't think you're correct, but you know what? It would not at this point. It would not surprise me. Kyle, well, I don't think it's going to be Southwest. They've never had a bonus, I don't think. Bilt pulls a Mesa, and all the points are worthless. Wow. Well, I mean, you might be the closest answer so far. Has United ever had a bonus? Atmos, and I'm not going to be sad because I transferred all my points to Jow. If it's Atmos, I think I'll take advantage of it. Ricky says crazy prediction: small transfer bonus to Hyatt, large transfer bonus for Avios. Avios, man, I think is one of the more underrated currencies right now. With the proliferation of Finnair, I think it's really underrated right now. 200% built to hey man, that might not even be. We're all going to be living large in that big front seat. Man, not only do I think you have a chance of being right, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the Spirit program, but people do fly them. That might be valuable. Hoping for Atmos in June. Okay. Hyatt, because of the recent devaluation, just load everybody up with Hyatt points and then overcharge them by triple, by 67% maybe. Spirit going out of business sale. Okay. I don't think you're wrong. We'll see. Is Japan Airlines a pipe? 2 months in a row, Japan Airlines. I would be worried for that program if they had 2 months in a row of that kind of. You hope it's not Spirit. I think it would be great if it was Spirit. Spirit, just where I live, Spirit has a couple really good direct flights. I've never flown on Spirit. I don't plan on it. But if that's your jam, then you won't need very many points to cover your 69. Yeah, but you could use points to cover the backpack. And if you get to wear shoes, I think it's extra if you have to wear shoes. Spirit big front seat goes hard. Hey man, I wish Spirit was an option for me. Cheap fares, and for me, I want to say they have Orlando. I think they have Vegas as a direct flight, and I think they have Cancun as a direct flight. IHG for the win. Here's my question: if it's IHG, how big of a bonus does it have to be for it to be worth it? Because you can buy IHG points for half a penny. I don't think it's worth it even at 100% bonus. Because if I buy them, I make points on the purchase. I don't think it's worth it for IHG. They don't have them every month. You don't think with the whole kind of get over the negativity and the brand new cards, they might do it a couple of months in a row? You're right, though. Spirit is down to just a Orlando, Fort Lauderdale. Okay. They used to have 10 destinations. Okay, I knew they had a couple. I mean, Orlando and Fort Lauderdale are good straight shots for us. I applied for 3 cards in 6 months. Currently, I'm planning to apply for Wells Fargo Autograph Journey, but I'm worried. What would you recommend? I don't recommend. I don't do that. I don't recommend people cards. I don't find them flights. I don't do any of that stuff. Uh, 3 cards in 6 months. Here's the thing. If I was to recommend anything, I would recommend not getting 3 cards in 6 months. I would recommend for most people, unless you're just running a bunch of spend and you really know what you're doing, I would not. I would say you should be at 2 cards in 6 months. You get a card at month 1, maybe month 4, maybe month 7. Space those out 3 months. I would wait at least 2 months and go for Wells. Wells, from what I understand, has a 624 guideline. So if you've gotten more than 6 open accounts in 24 months, I wouldn't apply for them. Less than that, I would take a run at it. Oh my God! I hope they. It's all the people that fly Spirit are the problem for me. If you notice, most of the police airport are their Spirit. Yeah, you're right. I'm not interested. Wouldn't Cathay or Aeroplan be nice? Yes, I agree. I think Aeroplan would be. Aeroplan, man. I've got a cachet of Aeroplan points, but I would definitely top that up. Let's hope Front is okay. Yeah, together they might make a real airline. I love the idea of a discount airline. Just in practice, it hasn't been great that I've seen. It's going to be a Bilt home collection bonus. Yeah. So like sweatshirts, get hoodies with Bilt on it. Carlos likes to play. He's into Call of Duty now. He's evolved to Call of Duty. What's your opinion on the United Explorer? United is my least booked legacy carrier, so I don't know that too much about that card. But from what I understand, people are getting a lot of value out of all the United cards. If you're in a hub or if that's your thing, I just don't. I'm not well versed in the United cards because I would never get one. Mostly because of the 524 thing. Came back from Belize on Spirit, $99. Yeah, man. If you just need transportation, 100%, man. I'm all for it. All right, guys. We have 186 people on the live. Slap the like button for me. We're gonna go a little bit longer. We're gonna keep it going. As long as we have conversations and questions, we're gonna keep it going another 15 minutes. I did want to mention that I did apply for that business Marriott card, and I got the pop up because I had the card before, but it had been so long, I thought they might let me slide. So I'm flawed like everyone else. If I get denied for something, I'm going to go ahead and shoot another application because I've decided I want a card. And I applied for the business platinum card, the Amex Delta Business Platinum card. I just wanted the bonus. It's 100,000 Sky Pesos, so I wanted to get it. Got the pop up for that one too. So your Uncle Luke is cooling it with Amex. I'm going to get my Amex cards down to a very, very small minimum, and I'm still going to use the Morgan Stanley Platinum card, but I'm done with the applications. I'm getting denied too much. I'm getting denied bonuses too much. Seeing you're big on Hilton, formerly, what do you believe your biggest value Hilton redemption? I've gotten some really good ones, man. Let me see. Oh, man. Waldorf Cavalieri, Rome Cavalieri, great redemption. We've done a lot of Conrad Fort Lauderdale's, and they've not all been spectacular, but what a great property and great place to go with your family. Um, I've gotten 1 cent per point or better on most of my Hilton redemptions. Uh, that's We've moved away from Hilton, but I do have that 2 million point redemption coming up in June, and I really think, and I've got one coming up Monday. I'll be at the Waldorf in Chicago, and that was a pretty good redemption. So all of my Hilton redemptions have been pretty good. I'll tell you what my best was. My best Hilton redemption was I don't know how many nights we stayed, but definitely had a fifth night free. The Hilton in Malta. We got an upgrade that included a suite, so a completely separate room for Carlos, balcony that faced the Mediterranean and the pool. So Hilton Malta has been, I think, my best Hilton redemption. Gave us executive lounge access, all that good stuff. Really recognized our diamond status. Made a great, great experience for my entire family. Papa Blue Chew boys, we got another. They say some of those are kicking in 15 minutes, so you got time. Did you try any of the? And no, I did not, Ricky. And the reason is I'm not opposed to getting a new business card, but I want city cards. So I'm really trying to stay away from personal accounts. And you know your mind always plays tricks on you, like when you're an addict like me. And I thought, well, I already have the City Strata Premier and the City Custom Cash, and I don't want an all city setup. So do I really need to get a city card, or can I just get the Hilton Aspire back or the Hilton Surpass back? I could just get one more personal card, and it really wouldn't matter. What are my thoughts on the MS Platinum card? See, here's the thing. What I've learned in this game is a lot of these dudes don't give their wife a card. And I've heard them say, my wife never goes anywhere without me, so why would she need a card? And that's not how I live my life. My wife is really independent, and she does most of the spending. So my wife has to have her own card. So the fact that she gets a free one, I think the MS Platinum is the best card. The Schwab card might have used to be the best card. You guys might not remember this, but the Schwab card used to get, I think I got something before, but it used to get 1.25 cash back on all your MR points. So that used to be the clear winner for me because I cashed out a lot of MR points. I know that's sacrilege, but I think right now the MS Platinum is the best card. The one thing I will note that in the past, I've carried almost all the Platinum cards, even at the same time. And I noticed that the Vanilla Platinum gets better offers than the co-branded ones, if that matters at all to anybody. Ad Vincent, thank you. You're welcome. All that good stuff. My pleasure. Matthew, what are your thoughts on the city's ecosystem right now? Right now, for me, it's the best. I value American Airlines miles above everything, just for versatility. And I fly American more than any other. I fly American because I go to the Caribbean. American has great European redemptions. They have Tokyo. They have everything. I like City. I like the way they do their points. I like that Chase is 1 to 2. I feel like the last time they made headlines was July last year with the Elite. I don't think the Elite's a good. I would argue with anybody that Elite is a failure. The City Premier is a better card than the Elite. The Strata Elite is I don't, unless you have a system in place. See how I'm saying this? If you have a system in place to really take advantage of those 6X city nights, then I think it's inferior to the Strata Premier. Now, if you catch my drift, I know some people have systems in place to take advantage of that 6X. And if you're doing that, great. Kyle canceled the Platinum 13 months ago and got a $175K offer to open a new one. Yeah, I mean, Amex is crazy like that, man. Amex will try 2 or 3 times to get you. Memphis Mike, the only reason, Mike, is it has an annual fee, and I'm not going to use it anymore. I liked it. I like the way it earns. I like the way that I could get tons of Delta gift cards and Airbnb gift cards. But just the fact that I'm consolidating everything, it's got a fee and I don't want to pay it. I think it's a great card. Sean says we're looking at Marathon in Key West. Seems so expensive that 5 free nights there would be a good value. Yeah, 100. Here's the thing, man. I used to try to get $1,000 night hotel for those free night certificates, and I found that is super cool to do, but it's also just cool to get 5 free nights or use the certs. Just use them, man. I mean, don't use them at the Hampton Inn down by the Shady Sadies, but anything that's a good vacation spot, don't feel bad about using it. I2L Media's got 2 personal platinums, one for the P2. Just got a mail-in offer for a business platinum for $300K right before tax time, huh? Seems like a lot to pass up, even though I already have 2 of them, maybe for a year. Yeah, I mean, my strategy with Amex is take what they'll give me. If they sent me that offer, I'm taking it, and I'm paying my wife's taxes with it. City needs to make city nights 6X restaurants 6X. Hey, seriously, maybe we get let's start a movement, guys. Maybe it's 6X dining, and then you got to have the 6X the treatment, man. You got to 6X the treatment because let me ask you a question: how much better is that expensive dinner when you finish off with an immaculate performance? We got to get with City and see if we can't get this at least a temporary offer and get 6X's on the on all the supplements. Guys, I swear that is a perfect way to end this thing. We're about 8:20. You guys are the best. We've got a ton of people here still. I always like to leave you guys wanting a little bit. We'll be here next Thursday. Thank you, everybody. I always appreciate you guys stopping by. John's Credit and Travel, the 2 spot. Call me Lonnie with another 2 spot. Nanoparticle, 5 spot. Nanoparticle gave us another 2 spot. And Jimmy Duff with a 5 spot. Super thank you, guys. Don't ever ask for anything like that, but I absolutely appreciate it. And I appreciate all you guys stopping by, commenting, hitting the like button. We'll see you next Thursday. We may have a guest next Thursday, so stay tuned. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.